So hi everybody.
Hi, Podge.
I'm Podge. I will be your moderator for the evening. Up here we have our panel of experts.
Yeah.
Relationship experts. They have all successfully managed to create and sustain a relationship for some amount of time. So, it's not bad, right? Okay, so we're going to start with, if you haven't been here in a few weeks, which I think most of you have, I collected questions the last 2 weeks about relationships and dating and such, and I invited this panel of experts so that we could answer some of those questions. So, I have a summary of the questions. We will not address
questions too.
Yeah, we won't address every one of them, but here we go. So, couple by couple, introduce yourselves and say where and how you met.
I am Sharon.
I'm Rob.
And I met Rob in college. We both went to Baptist Bible College, which is now Summit University, and we met there.
Hi, Rob and Sharon.
Hi.
And how we met? I asked her out on a date and she said no.
True.
There you go. All right.
I changed my mind and went back and told him I would go with him.
It's a good call. Good choice.
My name's Brad.
My name's Jen.
We met at church
A
That's a good
while
place
ago,
to meet.
a
right?
while ago. Yeah.
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 Good. Okay. Did I ask how? How did you meet?
How did we meet?
Yeah.
Sunday school.
Sunday school, Awana, youth group, youth leader.
Yeah, Bible Jesus Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Anything that involves church.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
Brandon.
Becky.
We met after I got laid off. I started a new job at Zero Gravity Extremes, where I met Becky, where she thought it was weird and creepy.
That is pretty accurate.
Okay.
I was wearing work clothes, like clothes you get dirty
Like
in.
old man New Balance tennis shoes.
And she thought,
Hey, don't knock them.
she thought,
You were just
she
so
thought that was my style.
good-looking.
Yeah.
I
So
saw you
she
30
didn't give
years
me
from then.
she didn't give me the
Today.
time of day in a nutshell.
She says I could work with that.
Yeah. There you go.
And it took a couple years after that.
Yeah.
And then I said, challenge accepted.
Brandon grows on you. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Okay. This one came up a couple of times. How did you know? And I guess the prerequisite would be: would you say that God put you together? How do you know God put you together?
I'll say one of the biggest things for me was, truthfully, is I stopped looking at other guys and thinking like that could be somebody I dated. Because my attention and focus was on Rob, and God was knitting our hearts together in the relationship that we were building. And so I didn't have eyes for anybody else. So to me, that was one of the biggest signs, because I did, some dating here and there. It wasn't any, I was never in any real big serious relationship or anything, but with Rob, it was like, then I wasn't considering who else could be out there that could be better, or who else could be out there that would be different, or whatever, because Rob was who I was attracted to.
And we were going in the same direction. We had the same belief system. We had the same desire to serve the Lord, and that was a big thing, because then we could concentrate on other things. We weren't kind of fighting each other with what was important.
There's a book out there called Don't Waste Your Life by Francis Chan. It's really great. But I remember getting to a point where, like, for dating, for me, it became, do I want to marry this person? Like, my end goal while I'm dating, according to the book, should be not to waste my life. So if I'm dating somebody that I know that I don't want to marry or don't see myself marrying, I've wasted a month, a year, 2 years, 10 years. I think you get to a point where in your relationship you decide, like, is our end goal to be married or to just hang out and have fun?
I also don't think that I don't really believe that there's one person out there and you need to find that one person. I think that when it comes to relationships of all kinds, but more specifically like an intimate relationship, like marriage, for example, I'm called to be a good husband. I'm called to be a respectful boyfriend in the meantime, regardless of who I'm in a relationship with. So I think more importantly is any person I choose to try and pursue until it's obvious that I shouldn't anymore. My focus needs to be be the best boyfriend I could be the best husband I could be, and like P-Rob said, it's important that you're walking in the same direction. Those are kinds of when that's happening, you know that you're in a good thing, and then you just you keep going with it until life does its thing. But I'll be a little vague, but so I don't believe that there's just one person out there you need to find. I think you can enter into a relationship and see if it's really something great, and if it is, then make it your one thing. Like Sharon said, you don't have eyes for somebody else because you have a great thing already.
And I think as the relationship progresses, I remember talking with Brandon shortly before he was getting ready to propose to Becky, and I asked him the question, like, so how do you know, like, she's the one for you? And Brandon gave me, like, a really simple answer, but something that stuck with me, and has stuck with me, and I think will stick with me for the rest of my life, is that he said, there's just an overwhelming peace when I'm with Becky. And I think if you aren't with that right person, God will not give you that peace. But the peace that transcends all understanding will be there, and that's how God's going to communicate to you that this is the one for you.